Hello viewers, welcome once again to Rising Sun Online Math class. If your first time to watch my video, kindly hit on the red button so that you'll be seeing a notification whenever a new video is uploaded. So today I want to refresh your memory on the basic interpretation of indices, because in my next topic I'm going to treat called differentiation and integration. So that is the reason why I decided to teach you some little basic interpretation of indices, because without the knowledge of the basic of indices, there is no way you can be able to flow very well in differentiation and integration. So that is why I decided to treat this topic first before I can be able to switch over to differentiation and integration in my next video. So when we talk about indices, we talk about numbers with powers. Numbers with the powers. And these indices have some basic interpretations. And those little basic interpretations are called, number one, we have the one called numbers with zero power. Numbers with zero power, we say that number with zero power can be written as 1. From example, when you have a raised to the power of 0, we say that a raised to the power of 0 is equals to 1. And if you also have 50 raised to the power of 0 is equals to 1. And 1 million or 1,000 raised to the power of 0 is equals to 1. So that will say that any number raised to the power of 0 is equals to 1. Number 2 basic interpretation of indices. We also have numbers with negative power. Numbers with negative power. We also say that number with a negative power can be written as the reciprocal of the result when the negative sign is being removed. That will say that when you have a raised to the power of minus 1, raised to the power of minus 1. So this a raised to the power of negative 1 can be written as taking this negative as a reciprocal. And when you talk about reciprocal, talk about 1 all over the number. That is so that changing this negative as a reciprocal is going to be equals to 1 all over a raised to the power of 1. And we find out that any number raised to the power of 1 is that number. That will say that here now is going to be 1 over a. Number with negative power can be taken as the reciprocal of the result when the negative sign is being removed. So from example, if you have something of this nature, like, let me take this as 2 raised to the power of negative 3. 2 raised to the power of negative 3. So taking the negative sign as a reciprocal, this can be written as 1 all over 2 raised to the power of 3. And the 1 raised to the power of negative 1 all over 2 raised to the power of negative 3 can be written as 1 all over. You can vividly agree with me that 2 raised to the power of 3 is 2 times 2 times 2 into 3 places. That will say that here is 1 all over 2 times 2 is 4, and 4 times 2 is 8, which is 1 over 8. I have converted this number with a negative power as 1 all over 8. That's some of the things I'm going to see in differentiation and integration when the time comes. You will see what I'm telling you. So here, 2 raised to the power of negative 3 is equals to 1 over 8. That is number with negative power. So we also have number with fractional power. Numbers with fractional power. So we say that numbers with fractional power can be written or can be taken. You can say numbers with fractional power can be written by taking the denominator of the fraction. As example, when you have a raised to the power of b over c, this is number with fractional power because b over c is a fraction. So we say that this b over c can be written or can be taken this denominator by taking the denominator of this fraction as a root. That is to say that it's going to be root c, taking the denominator of the fraction as the root, and the numerator of this fraction, we also take it as the power of the result remaining, while this number, which is a, remains under the root, which is root c raised to the power of what? B. From example, if you have, let me take one example. If you have 8 raised to the power of 2 over 3, number with fractional power. So if you have 8 raised to the power of 2 over 3, this can be written as, since we are going to be take the denominator as the root. So here now, since here now is 3, it's going to be cube root, and while the 8 remains under the root, and the numerator remains as the power of the result, which is raised to the power of what? 2. And here can also be written as cube root of, and 8 is sent in as 2 raised to the power of what? 3, all squared, which is equals to this 3 here can cancel the root, leaving with 2 raised to the power of what? 2, which is equals to 4, which is the number with fractional power. And finally, we also have number with negative fractional power. Number with negative fractional power. So, converting numbers with negative fractional power, from example, if you have something like number with negative fractional power, So if you have a raised to the power of minus b over c, and we say that a raised to the power of minus b over c, the fraction, the denominator of the fraction can be taken as the root. So this negative also take as the reciprocal. We start from the negative, which is equals to, the negative stand as the reciprocal, which is 1 all over, since the denominator of the fraction stand as the root, which is root c, while the number stand under the root, and the numerator of the fraction will stand as the power of the result remaining, which is raised to the power of b. I have converted this into this shape. So if I take another example now, if I have 27 raised to the power of minus 2 over 3, 27 raised to the power of minus 2 over 3. So I can convert this 27 raised to the power of negative 2 over 3 by taking this negative as a reciprocal, which is 1 all over first. So coming down the fraction now, the denominator of this fraction here now is 3, which is going to serve as a cube root. And my number is still 27. I now put it under the root. And the power of the result remaining now is 2, which is the numerator, which is 2. So from here, I can vividly convert again 1 all over cube root of 27 is sent in as 3 raised to the power of 3, because I'm talking about indices, numbers with the powers. So all raised to the power of 2. And this 3 now can cancel with the cube root, giving me 1 all over 3 all squared, which is equals to 1 over 9. That will say that 27 raised to the power of negative 2 over 3 is equals to 1 over 3. These are the little basic interpretation of indices, at which whenever you are solving differentiation and integration, we are going to relate to some of these. So whenever you see it, you know how you can convert from one form to another. Thank you for watching, and may God bless you.